Hey everyone, welcome to the Decorative Den, a look inside my craft room where I share all things crafting, planning, and DIY. My name is Charity and I am so happy to have you here. Today I'm going to be doing a flip through of my summer setup in my mini happy planner. This summer I decided to go with a underwater mermaid theme and I really love how it turned out. So if you are interested in seeing what all I have going on in this planner, then just keep watching. Okay, so before we jump into kind of the elements I have in this planner, I just wanted to give you a disclaimer that although I call this my mini happy planner, pretty much nothing in this planner is actually Happy Planner brand anymore. So it truly is more of a 7-disc Franken planner, but I do call it a mini happy planner just because of the size. So if you are looking for a flip through of a Happy Planner product or a review of that, this is definitely not a good video for that. This is really more just me sharing how I've personalized this planner and set it up for summer. But anyway, starting with the outside, the first thing I have here are these discs. I am using 1-inch rose gold discs from Levenger, and these are aluminum discs. I really love them. I find that my pages slide so easily. It's so easy to flip through my planner, so I really love those. The other thing I have on the outside here that you can see is this little planner charm, and this is one that I made myself just using some beads that I already had. So I have this cute little green starfish bead as well as this pastel blue shell, and I think the pastel colors of this really work well with the setup. Let me just make sure this is centered here. Okay. And then the other thing I have on the outside of my planner is this frosted cover. And this is from the shop Makers Avenue on Etsy. And I love this frosted cover. It makes changing my planner setup so easy. You know, it serves as a protective cover, but also because it is translucent, I get to really switch up my setups and change the look of the outside of my planner. And Makers Avenue does offer a scalloped version like the one I have here. They also have one that just has a straight edge, and you can customize it with different vinyl options. I opted for a plain cover, but I think the fact that you can get vinyl like bows and details on it makes it a really awesome buy if that is something you are interested in. So my inside cover is this really beautiful piece of paper that came from a paper pad I got at Michael's. So most of the craft paper I use in this setup all comes from the same paper pad, and it is the Mermaid Lagoon paper pad by the brand Craftsmart. And so I use this just plain watercolored blue paper as my cover, and I love the little sparkly coral detail at the bottom. And then on the back side of that is my inside cover and kind of the first thing you see when you actually open the planner. And so I will start with this side, of course. So again, this inside back cover is just another piece of paper from that paper pad, and I added this little hollow detail to the edge. That was just another piece of craft paper I had that I added. And then because I really enjoy having pockets in the front of my planners just to store some extra decorative goodies, I did create a little pocket for this planner. So I have, as you can kind of see, there's little white polka dots on this pocket. And this was just a piece of acetate that I got with one of my sticker orders that I just cut down and then laminated and attached to the paper to make that pocket. And inside the pocket, I keep a few different things. The first being this amazing sticker sheet from Fox and Cactus, little baby Yoda mermaids. This is like the most ridiculous and adorable thing I've ever seen. So I don't know if I will ever use these stickers, so I at least need to use them as a decorative element in the front of my planner. And then the other things I keep up here is this really pretty cardstock with a hollow mermaid on it. And this was actually, you can kind of tell, was a postcard that I got from a pack of postcards at Michael's. And so I just cut it down to center the mermaid. And then finally, the other thing I keep in this front pocket is this vinyl die cut. This is also from Fox and Cactus, and it is this cute great white shark with a little banner saying, "You are great." So I just layer these things up in the front here to add kind of pops of color, and just because they're things that make me happy. And as you can tell, pretty much from just this opening look, I have not stuck with a single foil color for this setup. Instead, I have some rose gold, some hollow, some silver. It's a real hodgepodge of things, but I think they all work really well together and they all play very well with the pastels of the setup. So on the opposite side for my front pocket, I have a few different elements that I'm layering. So first is this pretty silver bow acetate. This is from the shop, Harriet Wright Designs. And layered behind that, I have a piece of vellum that I got just from Michael's. You have probably seen this if you've seen any of my other planner setups, but it is just this pretty like marbled watercolor pattern. And I really love the two of these paired together. I think that is just so pretty. And so I have both of those layered over my mood board for this setup. I love starting each of my planners with a mood board, and I have a video that shows how I make these, so I will make sure to link that below in case you are interested in making one for your own planner setup. But for this one, I tried to use some stock images that had just an underwater and beach feel to them, and also ones that had some of those colors that I'm using a lot in this spread. So like pretty pastel blues and nice purples. So love that. And then on the back side of that, I have my washi dashboard for this setup, which is just sparkly silver foil goodness. So the first one I have here is this really pretty jellyfish washi, and that is, I believe, hollow foiled. And then the great white shark washi, that is silver foiled. And then finally, my newest addition is this mermaid shark washi tape. And all three of these, the two sharks as well as the jellyfish, are all from Fox and Cactus. I think they are so cute and they work really well together. And then the other washi I have on this dashboard is just a simple 5mm silver bow washi from the shop Simply Gilded. And then both the purple and blue glitter tape are from a glitter tape pack from Amazon, as well as this light blue, just plain 5mm washi that is also from a pack from Amazon. And then this starts the front section of my mini happy planner, which I have decided to kind of revamp, and I am starting it now with habit trackers. I used to track my habits in a much larger planner, but I use my mini happy planner more than my larger planners, and so I thought it would make sense to just move these habit trackers to this setup. And so let me open to a blank one. This is what they look like. It is a personal insert that I just made for myself. That way I can kind of keep track of things I want to do every day, or just keep track of when I am doing these things. So I've broken it down by things I do in the morning, things I do in the evening after work, and then just some general health habits. And so I can write the week at the top and then just kind of keep track of things. And then I am marking this page as well as a few other sections in my planner with these tabs that I made. And all I did was cut out this shell, like watercolor shell image. And this was on one of the papers in that Michael's paper pad I had. So I just cut that down, laminated it, and then punched it so it can serve as a little tab for me. And then behind my daily habits, I have another habit tracker section. And so this one starts with a dashboard that I accidentally punched on the wrong side. I intended to punch it on this side, so this would actually be the back of the dashboard, but it's fine. It works well this way too. But this is a piece of artwork from the artist Molly Kuhls of Buddha Doodles. I really love her artwork. She's all about doodling and being creative as a meditative and healing practice, which is really wonderful. And so I just had this from a desk calendar I have by her, and it says no rush, and they're just floating on top of this beautiful water, which I thought worked well with my water beach themed setup. And so that is layered on top of just a plain watercolor piece of paper from the Michaels paper pad. And I added again some more of that jellyfish washi tape just because I thought the colors worked well and it adds just a little touch of decoration to the edges. And then on the back side of that, which was meant to be the front side of this dashboard, is just this image that I printed out. I got this off of, I think, Pexels or Unsplash. And it's just this pretty water scene that's kind of distorted, cotton candy colors. And so I wanted this to originally to be the front because on top of it, I have layered this piece of vellum that I've attached a little mermaid tail to. And I cut this mermaid tail out using my Cricut. It was one of the free designs in the Cricut studio. So I just used some rose gold vinyl and cut that out and attached it to my acetate. And I think the two of those look so pretty layered together. But as I was saying, this section is another habit tracker type section, but it is very specific to cleaning. And so I just made this insert and I still have to go back and fill in past months based on my memory planner. But essentially what I did here was try to break down things I needed to do seasonally, things I needed to keep track of on a more monthly basis. And then these trackers for each month, I have things that I want to be doing on a weekly basis. And so I have one for each month of the year. And then at the back of this, I also made a car cleaning schedule to keep track of things that I need to get done, like oil changes and tire rotations, and then also things related to just cleaning my car. So just wiping it down, getting a car wash, vacuuming, and things like that. So like I said, I need to go back through my memory planner and add in times I've done these things, but I think this will be really helpful in just keeping track of how frequently I am cleaning different parts of my house and my car. So behind that, I have probably my favorite dashboard in this setup. I have layered a piece of bow acetate. This one is also from Harriet Wright Design, and this one is in rose gold. And I just have that on top of this so just hollow, beautiful, amazing dashboard. And so for this one, I took a piece of opal hollow paper that I got from Joann Fabrics. And on top of that, I cut out and layered some different images from the Mermaid Lagoon paper pad. And I just taped those on top of the hollow. And I think it is so pretty. And I love how these elements just pop against the hollow background. And then on the back side of that, I have another pocket that I made just because I had a few more things I wanted to throw into this setup. So we'll go through this pocket as well, if I can get everything out. Goodness. Okay, so this paper is also from that same paper pad, and I really liked in the front having just that touch of hollow paper in the corner, so I did the same thing here. And again, this pocket is made the same way, just taking some of the cellophane packet from an order and laminating it to make a pocket. In this one, the back, I have another piece of hollow paper, and I just added a little detail of that shark washi to it. And so I kind of slipped that in the background just to add a little more foil. If I can get it back in here. Okay, there we go. Just to add a little more foil to this page since the paper is somewhat plain. And then on top of that, I have layered this adorable little card from the Coffee Monsters Co. Says just keep swimming with Nemo and Dory. So precious. I also have this sweet guinea pig mermaid. This is also from Fox and Cactus. Fox and Cactus is like the best shop for just like whimsical and ridiculous stickers. I love it. So I'm a huge guinea pig fan and I love my little guinea pig mermaid. So that definitely needed to be in the setup. And then I also just added another one of those watercolor shells. This is a little sand dollar. And I just throw it in there just for like a pop of pink in the pocket. And then this starts my monthly section of this planner. And I have been trying out a new insert for this section. Actually, let me go to a blank version for you. So this is another insert that I just made for myself because I found that I took my monthly inserts in my A5 and I've been using those strictly as memory planning inserts. And so I was really missing just a monthly planning session where I could just kind of brain dump everything that I needed to do for the month. And so that is what I've decided to make the monthly section of this mini happy planner, kind of my start of the month brain dump. So on the left-hand side, I have the actual little calendar that I can write in the dates and add any, stickers or things to signify significant dates during the month. At the bottom, I have a little habit tracker I built in that has things I do weekly. And then the right-hand side of this is kind of meant to be like a command setter, I guess, setup where I have a section for kind of my top 3 priorities for the month, important dates. So I use this to mark holidays, birthdays, important times bills are due, really any date that I really want to remember. I have this little box that can be used for extra notes, or I've been using it mainly just to add a little decorative element. So that is nice, and I like that it's kind of flexible in what I can use it for. And then this whole last column on the far right side is just dedicated to a to-do list that I can start filling out before the month begins and then add to it throughout the month. So far I've been using this for about a month and a half, and this setup has been pretty functional for me. I'm going to continue using it for a few more months, and then I might eventually share this as a freebie if I find it's something that has been helpful. But that is the only insert in my monthly section. So that brings us to our next dashboard, and this one I really love this combination. So on the top, I just have some clear jelly material with sparkly hollow stars. And I thought this was the perfect thing to lay on top of this dashboard, which again is just another beautiful image of a mermaid. But I love that this mermaid has the star crown and the little stars on her swing. And so I thought that worked so well with the star jelly material. They just pair so nicely together. And then on the back side of that, I just have another piece from the paper pad that just has this beautiful wash of pastel colors and then the silhouettes of the mermaid swimming. I thought that was so simple and beautiful that I really didn't want to add to it at all. So that brings me to the weekly section of this planner, and I am still using this same weekly insert I've been using for probably, I don't know, maybe like a year and a half now, but I love this insert. So this is from the shop Alibi Design Studios, which I will link below. And it is like a faux Hobonichi style layout, but sized for the mini happy planner. And this insert has just been so fun to use. I imagine I like this for the same reason people like the Hobonichi. It's just my brain is so used to planning in a vertical style planner and vertical style inserts that it is fun to plan a weekly spread in a insert that is very different from that. For my weekly planning, I sometimes use this insert and I sometimes use the inserts in my micro happy planner. It kind of just depends how much I have going on that week. But this is definitely an insert that I love and highly recommend. So behind that, I have my next dashboard, and this just has a piece of acetate on top, really just to be a protective layer for what's underneath. And that is this super cute dashboard. So I loved the layering of elements on top of the hollow paper on that previous dashboard I showed you. And so I tried to do something similar with this one. This time I used a piece of like almost purple hollow paper, also from Joann Fabrics. And on top of that, layered this purple watercolor paper from the Michaels paper pad. And then these so cute little mermaids are all from a journaling card from Fox and Cactus that I got with my mermaid order from last year. And so I just cut the mermaids out off of the journaling card and attached them on top of this page. So it kind of looks like they're swimming through a sea of purple. And I think that came out so cute. And then the back of that, I have this mermaid scale or fish scale teal paper. And on top of that, I have layered a postcard, also from that postcard pack I got at Michael's, that says in hollow, "Let's be mermaids." And that is a rainbow hollow and so pretty. And then the last section, like in most of my setups, is a notes section. And in it, I just have some graph paper, which is nice just to jot down quick notes, lists, and then to be able to just rip them out as I am done with them. So I always like to include that in the back of my planners. And then my back cover is some more of the paper from that paper pad. This one having this beautiful mermaid tail on it, and it's kind of sparkly. I'm not sure if my camera is picking that up, but it does have a little sparkle to it. And then on the back side is more of just that blue bubble paper, very similar to my front cover. And on that, I have centered another one of those great white shark die cuts from Fox and Cactus. And I love it because you can see the little sticker through my frosted cover. That will do it for this planner flip through. I really enjoyed putting this setup together, and so I do hope that you enjoyed watching it. If you did, please hit the like button for me so I know, and subscribe if you are interested in other crafting, planning, and DIY videos. As always, thank you so much for being here, guys. I really do appreciate it. I hope you are well, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!